Hey guys, how you doing? Danny here. I'm sitting back right here, just relaxing a little bit, thawing out from when I was up there to Sierras. And as you can tell by the video, that's about all I could really show you. They just weren't out that day. They just weren't out. Of course, common sense tells you in that kind of environment, it's as cold as it was, deep as the snow. I couldn't find any kind of life out that day at all. I think I found the tracks of one deer, didn't see it. That was it. I mean, that was it. I did come across some the footprints that were heading back towards the portal, and they didn't come out as good as I wanted to. The reason is up there, you know, you got these high winds. Those prints were probably a couple days old. See, within those couple of days, you get some high winds, and it just blows that snow all over the place. And the next thing you know, those pockets get filled up where the footprints are at. Hides the evidence. I caught a little bit of them before it completed what it was doing on that. So I'm gonna look like I might have got some kind of response to my Sierra Project files. So what I'm going to do, I decided I'm going to read you some more passages out of my personal documented files. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to read you some passages out of this one, which is this one here. And this one here is my documented research from the years of 2013 and 2017. So what I'm going to do, let me go ahead and I'll read these to you. All right. Now this part here, what I'm going to read you is out of the year of 2013. Documented research for 2013. On June 3rd through June 5th, 2013, Garland and I just wrapped up doing a documentary with Icon Productions. That is titled, oh wait a minute, excuse me. Okay, here we go. I'm sorry. Cut that one out. Let's see. Research 2013. It was just too dark to see anything, even when we used light. The night was not fruitful. Nothing happened, nothing at all. That's why I do not research at night. Can't see anything, including any kind of evidence. June 26, 2013. It's morning and already the weather's getting warm. This is our summer in Northern California. We arrived at the first bait tree, the one with the glow lights. Like the other bait tree, the bait was taken. Plus there was a pile of squash dung that was very fresh. So the experiment with the glow lights was successful. The bait was 7 to 8 feet from the ground. A bear could not reach it, even if it stood by feet. We know the dung was squash because we have found many of the same. It appeared to look human to animal. It comes in two forms, one dark in color, which comes from a protein diet. The other's lighter in color. This type is from foraging, mostly on vegetation, variety of berries and such. Note, we had 2 piles of dung that just disappeared. Don't know why or how, or maybe some animal in the woods eats others' dung. Very strange to say the least. Never came across that before. July 10th, 2013, we set up a bait trap on the same tree that we had done 2 weeks before, the one with the glow lights. We had luck with that experiment, so we set up again 2 apples and a glow light, except this time we set up a trail cam on the bait tree, hoping to get some videos. We will return in a week. We also rebaited the main bait tree to keep the main clan happy. That day, between 12:30 and 2 o'clock in the afternoon, we got some movement, but not much. It's been a little hot lately, which has limited their movement. 2 weeks went by since we checked the new bait trap. We couldn't get back up there for another 2 weeks. Now it's August 3rd, 2013. We see that the bait was taken. The experiment worked again. We checked the trail cam. It had 291 videos. We then viewed all the videos. Much to our surprise, a very big creature appeared in one of the videos. It was very tall, very hairy, and very big. I can't at this time say what it is. And it was biped. In my opinion, I think it is a subspecies or a new unknown species. It could be a subspecies of Bigfoot or some type of hybrid. It seems to have the same MO as a Bigfoot. The video was taken 2013, 9:30 p.m. We set up another bait tree on 9/13/13, right on a game trail. The trail is in our research area, an area where we have heard wood knocking now and then. I hope they use this trail, not sure. It's been 45 days now, time to check the bait trees and our trail cam. When we returned to the bait tree, to our amazement, our bait was gone and the trail cam with it. We then investigated the situation. What we found was that it had nothing to do with human activity. You see, Bigfoot has been fooling with our cams for the last 2 years. They finally figured out how to take it from the tree. It just shows you how intelligent they can be. That was one area that we were working for a while, and so now I'm going to do here's a quick eyewitness account that I documented on July 25th, 2013. On July 26, 2013, I received a phone call from a friend. His name is Jim Brown, one of the residents of Forest Hill, who helps us from time to time in our research. He was camping in Sugar Pine off a lake. This lake is about 10 miles away from our hot spot. Around 3 o'clock a.m., Jim and many other campers were startled out of their sleep by two different vocalizations coming from two different areas. One was stronger than the other. It was like they were conversing with each other. This activity lasted for 15 minutes. Then it went quiet and everything went silent. One camper let their dogs out. The dogs didn't want anything to do with what was going on. They ran back into the trailer, not wanting to come back outside. They were spooked as hell. This event happened on July 25th, 2013. Now, I'm going to read you one out of this one. Now this one here was a very special event, you see, because out of all the years I've been doing this, I've had interactions, glimpses, some I've seen real quick, blink of an eye, you catch them real fast, but not ever long enough to really study them real good, except this one particular time. It happened in 2020. And this is what I documented that day. Documented research, the Sierras, 2012, winter of 2012. In this area, we have been researching for months. We found so much evidence, such as footprints that measured 17 to 18 inches, and 5.5 to 6 inches across. Also fresh droppings and piles of pine cones that were stacked and collected. On this day, which is early morning, no snow and no rain, but it's cold, very cold. Temperature down in the 30s. We started to descend down the canyon, which was 300 to 400 feet drop. It was not an easy task to go down and to the bottom of the canyon. Twice as hard to climb back up. There was a river, which is called the Middle Fork. Right off the bank was a big fallen pine tree. So Garland and I sat down on the pine to start observation. We also found no evidence of any human in this area. As we were observing, I was looking to my left and Garland to his right. About 40 minutes went by, and then something caught my eye to the left of me. What I saw, I thought, was a human male dressed in dark clothing coming down the canyon. But as it got closer, I can now see that this is not a human. The creature was coming in a fast pace down the mountain. No human can do this. It took us 45 minutes to descend. Now I see them. Oh my God, they do exist. It's a male covered in dark hair, except the face area. He appears to be 8.5 feet tall, about 600 to 800 pounds. My God, he's so massive. He looked right at us and went behind some thickets. He's watching us through the foliage in a squatting position. He then stood up, put his arms upward as in a stretching position. The arms are massive, so thick. I can see his hands. They're huge. Hands just like ours. 4 fingers and a thumb. No hair on the palms of the hands or the bottom of their feet. Note, the feet look almost human. His face almost looked human. By God's my witness, what I see is something that was to be extinct. He is still alive and reproducing. I think this is early man and still in existence. If I was to go back in time 300 to 400,000 years ago, what I would see is what early man would look like. What we do know now is what we are observing is in fact a species of hominin. After watching him for the last 10 to 15 minutes, which was a mind-blowing event to say the least, the hominin then invaded us. It was like he just disappeared. How can something so huge just disappear? The rest of this day, Garland and I were speechless. Conclusion? They're real. That, my friends, that day, I know now exactly what they are. And they are, without a doubt, 100% across the board, are related to early hominins. Period. End of story. So, I hope you like the material I just read. I got over 10 years worth, so I can go on this for a long time. Anyway, I hope you like it. If you do, let me know. I'll do some more. Next time I see you, I'll be back up and doing my research up in the Sierras. So, hey, guys, have a good one. Hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was informative for you. Take care. I gotta go.